friends. Sorry about that. I had to close down the old stream. We're going to try this again. Hopefully things will not be choppy and things will actually work. Wouldn't that be nice? So let's give that a shot. So here we are inside the DAW. Since we're here, since we're troubleshooting, it is what it is, right? Hopefully, Devin, you'll be my my barometer here. Let's see if things work. Yeah.
Time to show the monkeys who's boss.
It looks amazing on my screen because it's at 60 frames.
These guys just keep coming.
Look good. Feel good.
Break yourself.
Like I said earlier, I'm really trying to find that sweet spot between quality and like speed and streaming. Sometimes if you can bottleneck it by going too hard on the quality locally, then it doesn't stream and it stutters and junk like that. So yay, I hopefully that fixed it. But at least now we still have the best of both worlds where I can have the good enough quality. That's why it's kind of, the video is not great, but whatever. But it's still 60, which is what I wanted. I have the original audio, which is super awesome, from Starbucks. No music.
Break yourself.
Actually, recorded all this myself.
Don't go dying on me.
It looks and feels amazing. It's going to really help us with our stream today. Awesome. So, quick, let's start over, I guess. Welcome to Live Composing Show. This is Stephen Malin. Today we're working on Venom, which is one of my favorite tracks from Star Fox. And we're doing this arrangement as part of the Lylat mission Kickstarter, which is going to be launching next week. So if you have not yet jumped on the pre-launch page, please do that. Here's what it looks like. There is a link in the description, I hope. It should be. If not, Matt's got you covered there in the chat. Lylat mission. Come join us. You'll get all the official details. If you want to read the page, you can. You can watch the trailer video and all that stuff. But just kind of talking through what the heck we're doing. But the main goal here is we are trying to replace the entire Star Fox 64 soundtrack with a live symphony orchestra and choir. 100-piece choir. 40-piece choir, 60-piece orchestra. 100 in total. And it's going to be absolutely amazing. But I need your help to make that possible. We need to raise $50,000 plus to make that happen. It's not cheap, it's not easy, but we have everything lined up. We actually already have the dates and everything like locked in. We just need to pay the people. It's like literally everyone's like waiting for the confirmation to hit go and record and all that stuff. So it's gonna be a lot of fun. So if you've been following this project so far, you know the process, but for those who are new, goodness gracious, I keep peeking. There we go. My voice is going to get slightly quieter, but no peeking. Over here in my new Windows session with my freshly 60 frame per second video, down here I have the original quote, air quotes, MIDI data. It's not actually MIDI data. It's the sequencer inside the N64, but you can convert it into MIDI data, and then I used Sibelius to like export it out as a MIDI file, which then I can import into my DAW. There's several steps to this, but in short, it already has, right here, percussion, its own percussion channel, which is channel 10. And the rest of these 1 through 5 are the various instruments, and we'll have to kind of figure out what's what. But now that I have this session set up this way, it's only taken me like 20 tracks to get to finally figure this out. But by having the gameplay video with the music removed and just has sound effects, and now I can actually really test it and feel it out and see how this is going to be inside the game and all that stuff, which is the ultimate goal. So first and foremost, let's mute out several things here. I'm going to make all of these tracks up here smaller so we have a little bit more real estate. There we go. Hey, what's up, Jordan? Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm glad you found the stream. Sorry about that dramatic intro where nothing worked, but here we are. This is life. So what I have here are the various tracks, and I'm just going to start plowing through because I really want to get as much done as possible with the time change and everything. And a quick little side note, it actually says right here now, right there, it says join the VGM Alliance family today. We're actually, for the next 24 hours, we're open. If you've not joined VGMA before, I'm actually sporting the hoodie today. If you've not joined us before, you get a free 3-day trial. Come check us out, see what it's all about, see what all the courses and all the master classes and all the stuff. It's a lot of stuff. But we want to help onboard you. Our process is called our onboarding process. Essentially what we do is we try to help you plug in exactly where you need to start, because not everyone starts at day one. Some people start like right in the middle, or you're already super advanced and you got to jump into like the really cool business stuff, or maybe you are a day one beginner and you really just need to work on how to write music and figure out how to work a DAW and how to use sample libraries and plugins. Vastly different people, right? So we try to make sure you plugged in exactly where you need to be to make sure you're starting to level up in your career, whether that's the skill side or that's the actual let's get some gigs side. And we're happy to have you inside. So come check it out. Come introduce yourself, and we'd love for you to be a part. No obligation. 3 days. Shaboom. If you want to just come and like eat the buffet, get as much as you can out of it, and leave, fine. I've done that before. No shame. I've done the 7-day trials of different TV networks and stuff. Watch the show you want to watch and get out of there. Fine, whatever. Doesn't hurt my feelings. But at the very least, I want to make sure that you're coming and you have the opportunity to come and learn and grow alongside other awesome game composers, which is the whole point. So anyway, enough of that spiel. All you have to do is go to videogamemusicalliance.com and you'll see it. It's all right there. And you can jump inside today because we're going to close in 24 hours. And that's all I'm going to say about that. So let the games begin. Venom is probably my favorite level in the game. Maybe like music-wise, I just think it's so good. And it has all these... It's actually all in 4/4 time, but it has like hemiolas in it, which means it feels like other time signatures because of like the extensions of the drum beat and stuff. It's really interesting. So I think for the sake of simplicity, we really got to focus on the percussion first. So this whole thing is at 140 BPM. Oh man, do you hear that reverb? That's awesome. It's like programmed in. That sounds so good. I didn't put that there. That's literally baked into the data, because this is the original sequencer data that tells the N64 what to do. So anyway, some of the core things we have to do here, if you guys have seen all this before, we've got to make sure the pan is set to 0. We can pretty much leave everything else alone. But I've never seen this one. It's called depth. That's so cool. You hear that? It's a reverb. Crazy. I never knew that. There it is. How cool is that? Like, they literally had to program every effect. And this track is by Hajime Wakai, legendary video game composer. This is his first soundtrack, which blows my mind how good it is. Oh my gosh, this is going to be a crazy snare part, isn't it? So this is the bass drum at the very bottom. I'm not using bass drum because I'm not going to record live percussion. It's just too tedious and way too expensive for our purposes, and it's just no one's going to care at the end of the day. So I'm using sample instruments for that, but specifically toms is what I want to use. I think it actually has... Oh gosh, what happened? It copied like one note. That was weird. Let's try that again. That like really backfired, huh? Let's go to percussion. Weird. Let's check the whole track. Okay. Let me make sure you guys can actually see what I'm doing. So here we go. We're going to cut. We're going to paste. Oh my gosh. What is going on? So we're going to do old school style. We're just going to copy and paste the whole thing. And then delete what I don't need. Which is... It's kind of hard to see all this, huh? A lot of data. Here we go. Here's low toms. Let's solo it. Oh. Sorry, I'm getting so frustrated. Let's see what our options are here. Pull up the old contact. We're basically using C and D. So they're actually already on the correct note, which is good. When it loads here in a second. Make sure we save before bad things happen. There we go. Okie dokie. Sweet. Again, sorry, this is the boring part, but you know, gotta do it. There we go. Sweet. Alright, that's pretty cool. I just think the velocity is too high. Not everything's fortissimo. Probably right about there. Cool. So that's the low toms. Got them in. And then down here, now that we've got rid of the low toms, everything else is going to be snare, and then these top notes are all going to be crash cymbals. So because the copy and paste function, for whatever reason, is not boding well at the moment, I'm just going to do this old school, going here, copying the entire track like this. I mean, it doesn't take long at all. And then just making sure that I'm using Musio. This is Cineperk for the piatti cymbals. Let's make sure that they're the open kind, so the note should be C3. And there it is. Let's make sure our main volume is up. Perfect. Sounds good. And then down here, for our last bit of percussion, we're going to take this entire thing, scoot it over to the snare, and then make the magic happen. But all of these notes need to move to the appropriate snare inside Cineperk. There's 3 different octaves, or 4 octaves to choose from. Let me play them. This one I like, which is in the C3 octave. Just like that. So the reason it sounds harsh is because the velocities are too high. Then our volume's too low, so we're going to boost the volume. That sounds good. There it is. Sounds so good. All right, so far so good, yeah. And then, here's with all the perk in. By the way, we have a loop that starts on bar 5, so the intro is only 4 bars long. These crash cymbals are coming in late. Do you agree? So let's make the delay 20. There it goes. Oh, you're talking about, so Jordan, your question is about cymbal rolls as in like cymbal swells. I also really like, I don't have any in this soundtrack actually, because there are none, because it's all so intense, right? But right here, Cineperk, in the orchestral, they have a piatti, which are the crash cymbals, and they also have suspended cymbals, which is where they do that. I haven't found a single use for one yet in this particular soundtrack, because everything's so in your face and bombastic. It doesn't really require that softer ambient sound. But I might. That sounds good. I love this snare, and the strings in this track are chef's kiss. It sounds really good already. Honestly, selfishly, I know that this project is for you guys and for everyone that's going to listen to it and everything, but honestly, just selfishly, this is so fun. It's so cool to see one of my favorite soundtracks picked apart and literally get to see every single part for every instrument across all the tracks. Like, it's such a joy for me. I get to learn so much from this about the way that Wakai writes music, and I love it, and it's so interesting. Getting to orchestrate it like this is just so fun. So here we go to the honky-tonk piano, which is not actually that. Typically what I've found is these tracks are either, one of them is typically timpani, one is strings, one is brass, and then sometimes the other is like a melody. So they're pretty easy to figure out. It's probably tuba and trombones. But let's just kind of poke through them to make sure. That's totally strings, which is the coolest part ever. Specifically, it's high strings. So let's go over here, and I have a placeholder for this. Literally just string ensemble short. Love these harmonies. They're all chordal harmonies, which means fourths apart. Panning problem, big time. They're all panned left because they're supposed to be high strings, which makes sense in an orchestra. You know what's interesting though? These will actually just like swim in a good way if we use TSS for this, which is Tokyo scoring strings. Really, really good at this type of legato playing. And this is obviously first violins and second violins just playing in octaves, which is a very common thing to do in an orchestra. So let's see what that sounds like if we just keep it as is. But what we need to do is make them legato by selecting everything but the last note and just slightly extending the note so that the legato scripting is enabled. Like this. Let's see what it sounds like. Dang it, that sounds amazing. It just works perfectly. Know how to work your freaking sample library. Stop buying new ones. Learn how to use what you have. Please. All right, so this, I'm pretty sure, is low strings. So let's go ahead and put that in here, this next patch. Typically, I just do high and low like this. Let's go ahead and fix the panning, because this one is also left 44%. Let's fix that 0. Just part of the gig here. And let's see, everybody has depth on them, but I don't think my sample instruments do anything with that parameter. CC91. Look at all these CCs they had to use just to try to make things sound more realistic. Okay, main volume, that'll probably be good. Let me go ahead and take... These velocities are usually pretty low, because, you know, it's the N64 sequencer. I think we should double that. That sounds so good. That's pretty darn realistic sounding. It's about what it's going to sound like. But stuff like this, right? Like this is just a MIDI mistake. Weird. There's some extra notes in here that weren't supposed to be here. So let me clean those up. I'm not sure if you can see them. They're like super duper small. Like there. Bum 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 bum. Here's the hemiola part. It's like 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3, but it's actually in a 4/4 still. It's pretty cool. You know it. already know exactly where this goes. Let me pop this into cellos and basses and split it up. It's actually a really easy split because all I have to do is... Oh, it's going to take a second, but these are cellos, so just get rid of all of the high notes. Well, vice versa, get rid of all the low notes. Thankfully, it's all octaves. Oops. What happened here? Okay. Whatever happened to predictability? All right, how does this go? There it goes. Let me figure this out. I mean, literally, I can just double this an octave and I'll be fine. Dude, that sounds awful. Nobody wants that. Give the people what they need, not what they want. All right, there we go. So all I have to do now is take this and double it. So here's a little Cubase trickery. Copy, paste, slide, select all, down the octave. And now we have beautiful octaves. Cool. But you also notice how, uh-oh. Froze. There we go. I'm always scared. I don't know. I don't know if it's going to say what's going to happen. I just never know anymore. It's frozen. No, 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 no. Please don't die on me. Please don't die on me. Jeez. Hey, what's up, hashtag? Well, you may have just entered at the middle of a deadly crash. I think Andros found us. This could be a result of me throwing 60 FPS videos in here. I'm not sure yet, but it's stuck, I think, in an autosave. I don't want to reload this session. Well, here's an old school trick. You can't see me, but I'm going to literally just take a picture of my session with my phone. That way, if it crashes, I kind of know what I did. Oh, bummer. Bummer, bummer, bummer. Yep, it's dead. So we're going to go to a, a coffee break really early. Don't go anywhere. Hey, welcome back, guys. Sorry about that. New Window just has a mind of its own sometimes, as all DAWs do. Sometimes they like freeze while auto-saving, which is so dumb. I don't understand it, but here we are. I wonder what I lost. I took out my really cool run at the top. Oh, I lost all the... Dang it. I lost all of the low. That's what it was. Yep. I lost the low information. Oh well. Just redo it. It's okay. We'll do it better this time, too. We'll find a way. Alright. Cello. Boom. Shakalaka. I believe in you. But will you believe in me? That is the question. Alright, here we go. Let's go back to the pan, make sure that it's not screwed up. I hate redoing stuff. Ugh. But it's okay. At least I remembered what I did, and I'm not just starting fresh. The power of the human mind. Alright, here we go. So I'm going to just edit. Here's my shortcut. I'm just going to extract just the cello part out. Like so. And then I'm just going to double it. I do have to find that psycho moment that had double notes, though. Oh, here it is. Found it. This is the moment. I don't know why that happened in the MIDI. Oh, here it is again. Just this 2 bars, like all of a sudden it doubled all of the notes. And it got a note wrong, which is weird. But such is, you know, it is what it is. Nothing's perfect. Like, it is the original N64 data, but it's also using a tool that extracts it, and it's not going to be exactly perfect. It's all numbers, right? It's not going to be perfect every time. So I think that's the end. Boom. Okay. So take all that, rename it. Boom shakalaka. Take that. Boom boom. Put that in cello and bass, and we should be back in business. Save and play. So wimpy. Why is it so wimpy? We got our main volume up. Let's see what's going on. Oh, forgot to move it down an octave. And we're gonna be doubling this with timpani and trombones and tuba. Timpani the bass trombone. That's gonna help give it some girth, some teeth. Also, it's just wimpy. I guess the velocities aren't high enough to really give it some grit. There it is. I'm also operating at negative 30 dB, so everything's kind of quiet before I maximize it. So I don't want to overkill my levels. Starting to sound like a real piece of music. And just to kind of show off a little bit why I'm really excited about having extracted the footage and stuff. Here's what it looks and feels like. It's pretty cool.
Don't relax. We're not done yet. Time to show the monkeys who's boss. They're everywhere. These guys just keep coming. Don't go dying on me.
The levels are great too.
Brace yourself!
You'll be sorry, punk!
Cool. Man, that just makes me so pumped up. I love doing this. It's such a cool project. There's nothing like having the real thing. It just adds... Let me go back to quarter size. There we go. Just adds so much life. Actually, I like... what do we do? Half size? Oh, gosh. Too big. There we are. Something like that. Let me keep the aspect ratio. There it goes. That way I don't screw it up. Keeps me honest. There we go. Oh, no. right, so as we're just kind of poking around here, my order of operations is just changes based on inspiration. So all of this, these are all long notes. This will sound really good in TSS, just like this, if we move it all the way down here. But the only problem is we have to start separating all of these legato notes into these 3 patches here. So let's do that real quick. It won't take long, but it's going to sound really nice. First thing is, on all these patches, make sure that the volume's up, modulation is up. And let me actually go ahead and copy that particular region so that we don't have to redo that part. And then all I do is go in and extract the top note only. Because I'm doing violin 1, just like that. It should be pretty easy to do because they're all very planar, which means like they all move together. Just like that. I love this melody. It's so interesting. Yeah. Now, the reason it sounds like a shoe is it's not legato yet until you extend the notes.
I'll take the left. I've got the right. Gotcha!
There it goes. I'll take the left. Let's turn that off for a sec. So all of these, let's cut. There it goes. All right, second violin, a little tougher to parse out, but it's gonna be all these middle notes. That's actually the hardest one to find. It's all the middle notes. I have to go a little bit slower here just to make sure I don't mess it up. There we go. That takes a lot of concentration. Guessing that's it? Yeah. Alright, cool. This has a lot of short notes. So let's first of all take these, shorten them to the 8th notes right there. There's really no need to do anything legato there. And then violas, they get, I'm like impulsively saving all the time now. Let's get all the bottom notes here. Jordan. My music always sounds like a shoe. All right. This is also kind of difficult to find all the notes. There we go. Trying to like eliminate the top 2 parts of each. Like this. Da, 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 da. I bet you. Ugh. That's so yucky. Let me pull up these 2 side by side. I think I may have made a mistake here. So the second violin should be. Bum, 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 bum. That's the second violin part that I accidentally. Oh no, I got it right. Okay. Whew, that's tricky. Really good writing though. Really, really good part writing by Wakai. So here's what it looks like together. It should work. Alright, something's off in my timing. Oh, that's why. Should be 0. There we go. Should sound better now. I'm less concerned about parsing this out because we already know exactly how it's going to be. It's 3-part harmony, so 4-part at times. So my orchestrator will just split that out between the parts. It should be fine. This needs to be doubled in woodwinds. So let's do that in flutes. Whoops. Like this. Let's put that in flutes and oboes for sure. Let's just solo those for a second. Like this. Yuck. That's better. Yeah, there it goes. That would also be a really cool moment for the choir. You know, like a big old rise. Let's find it. Let's find a nice one for this. What key are we in? Ugh. B minor, cool. I mean, we're kind of in a... But it's going to be here. It's actually an F minor. It's an F Dorian. Cool. So it starts on a B. It's all chordal harmony. So cool. I love that. So all that to say, why did I do that? Because I want to make sure that when we hit that we're doing the choir rise in like an F. F-ish chord. Which is going to be like here. Let's do a rise. Maybe down here. We'll do a nice Dark Soulsy. I want to rise. Nah. Let's do a 2-bar. Keel. And it'll sound better once I get the MIDI volume back up to 100 down here. Yeah. Dark Souls plus Star Fox. That could work. All right, we'll have to do that as like a... Oh no, I didn't save it. Weird. Try again. Why are you not exporting? Why are you being weird? Let's try this again. Hello? You're giving me nothing. That's super weird. Okay, we're gonna have to go old school then. Ugh, something's going on. The gremlins in the system today. Well, I guess I'll just do this then. This is the old way of doing it without using fancy features. It's where you just export that as a solo. Like its own little export. Or I guess it'd be a bounce. Ugh. Lord. What are we doing with our lives? Alright, this is going to be choir effects. More like rip, not a bip. Alright. That way it's just that. I have to get it as a 96K, 32-bit. So much more work, but whatever. When things don't work, you just got to do it your own way. That's today's loading music. Just good old 8-bit. Let's do it this way. So now I'm going to have to import this bad boy. Old school way. Import audio file. Choir effects. Waste of life. There it goes. Oh my gosh, so much extra work. Whatever. Alright. But why did we do all of that extra work? Because, my friend. Because, my friend. This is why. Oh, all that extra effort. But for why? Because that's for why.
Don't relax.
Make it all perfect and stiff.
We're not done yet. Don't relax. We're not done yet.
Excellent decision. Okay. Alright, let's get back to the game, yeah. To the musics. Here's the electric piano part. It's gotta be brass. No, that's 100% timpani. The way it's structured with like those 4 notes. This soundtrack is littered with timpani. It's everywhere. Alright, so a couple things I gotta do here right at the top. Let me fix the panning. Main volume needs to be way higher. And then typically these timpani parts are actually too high in their velocity. There it goes. Cool. Check right there. It's actually like a 2/4 bar. I'm gonna go ahead and mark it. I think that's worth putting in the score. 1, 2. It's not a 6/4 bar. It's actually a 2/4 bar in the truest sense. So let's go ahead and pop that in there. Just keep track of all this like this. Alright, then it just stays before. to create the loop. Then after that point, it can be 4/4 again. But yeah, this is the loop. Punches in at 682, like this. Here's what it sounds like. There's 2 more tracks at the bottom. Don't do the whole freeze thing again. No. That's not welcome here. No, you may not freeze. What's going on? It's gotta be the video. Cubase, new window, we're not built to handle videos that are not 30 frames per second. Like it's literally just frozen. Well. Let's get my Screamo out. Why? Well. Dang it. I guess it's time for a coffee break again. My forced coffee breaks every 15 minutes to make sure I'm staying hydrated and stuff. Well, I guess I really am going to make a coffee now, so be back in like 5 minutes when it decides to finally come back. I mean, we're doing great. It's just annoying. Okay. See ya soon. Hey guys, welcome back. Sorry about that awful wait, but at least now I have a nice latte to move on with my day. I changed my autosave to 30 minutes from 15 minutes, so hopefully, if that was the issue, then we at least got 30 minutes before it crashes again. So we'll see. Save. Save works great. Weird. Where were we? That's awesome, but now it's too loud. I gotta turn the main volume down on these. Actually, I'm gonna try doing a whatever you call it, a crescendo, like this, and I'll do that in both parts. That way, there's just more of a motion there. What's so cool about recording that live is they're gonna nail it their first take, because these string players practice scales every day. Like, they're just gonna nail it. Oh yeah, Venom is terrifying. There he goes. That feels good now. Symphony's actually too loud. That's good. Time to tame things down a little bit. So here are the missing patches that I haven't gotten to yet. It's this one, which looks like exactly like the strings. Maybe it's brass. Yeah, it is brass. Yeah, because that's horns. So this entire thing is going to be brass. I'm not sure which brass yet. Really? There we go. Like, are we really going to freeze again? If so, something's terribly, terribly wrong. Goodness. Are we going to freeze? We're going to freeze. Blah, 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 blah. Guys, I can't handle this. There's something corrupt in this session. Ugh. It's got to be that. It's the only thing I've changed is that gameplay clip. Because I haven't done... The whole session has been at 30 frames. There's got to be something about 60 frames causing it to just crash and burn. No. BRB again. I'm going to revert it back to 30. And then hopefully this will never happen again. Lesson learned. Hey guys, I actually just realized I can write music without a video just fine. So here's what happened. Pretty darn sure that I think I confused my my session because half of my videos were in 30 frames per second, and then all of a sudden I threw a 60 frames per second. I think that's what was happening. Is they were just butting heads, causing issues. Because everything's been smooth ever since then. So let me actually bump my. Yep, we're still at a 15-minute interval. Cool. See, things work. Weird, huh? Sometimes just the tiniest little things. So I'll check in on that video again soon, and hopefully we'll be able to see it. So it's just gonna be black for now. It's fine. So here's the brass part. So let's scoot this up. Because like the previous Star Fox streams, I haven't had any issues with it crashing or anything. Let's check this out. Yeah, that's it. Let's get that panning under control. Let's bump the velocities up a lot. And then let's get the main volume up. So this is going to be a combo of horns and trumpets, but I need to split these up a little bit. So what we've done before is we have 4 trumpet players, so they're going to want to play the top 2 parts, and then horns will play the bottom 2 parts. So this takes a second, but there we go. Oh wait, it's 2-part harmony instead of 4, or instead of 3. But we still get all the juicy harmonies. And this is a horn melody anyway. Pretty sure. This thing probably doesn't even belong in the trumpets. So this is going to go in the like horns legato section. And then let's continue on with the horns. We're going to get rid of all the top voices. These top voices will be trumpets, top 2, but we'll keep the bottom 2. So that's the way that I like to split 3-part harmony into 2 instrument parts. Is they both share the middle note, basically. Here's what it sounds like. Sounds good. It cuts through. These could actually have a little bit more bite to them. Yeah, there it is. Oops, there we go. Alright, let's see if my video's fixed. Just give me 2 seconds. Stare at this random mixer screen while I attempt to get this under control. So this is the 30 FPS. Oh yeah, I mean that shrunk. I basically made it a small 1080p instead of 4K. I think 4K videos also just don't do well in general within a DAW. It's just too much data to try to stream all at once with all the other stuff going on. Let me get back to the correct screen here. So here's how I do this. I just go up here to the video, import, video file. Let me go to that folder. Jeez, it's been reset. Over here, find the correct one. 30, small. That's what we're going for. And then yeah, look how perfectly everything just works now. Crazy how that works, guys. I have to find the right spot though. When I actually played that level, I think it was like I recorded playing through the entire game actually, which was a lot of fun to revisit. I played it all with the sound off, or with the music off, which was a weird experience. The music holds such a weight in this game. It really does. Just give me a second here to find the right spot. I think that's it. Alright. Oh boy. What did I do? Oh, there we go. Okay. That's about dead on. Alright. I think we need to go move it over just a little bit. Right there. Alright, turn my grid back on. There we are. There we go. Oh, you can't even hear anything. Are you kidding me? I'm sorry, guys. Did I mute that for you? I'm extra awful right now. There. Whew. Back in business, guys. Here we go. That was a lot of extra work today.
Don't relax. We're not done yet. Time to show the monkeys who's boss. They're everywhere.
Sounds like a real game now.
These guys just keep coming.
Yes. Oh, it's so cool when it all works. And honestly, 30 doesn't look bad. It's not as slick, but who cares? It works, it's functional, there's no crashing. Lesson learned. Sounds really good. Alright, so let's get these horns. Oh, it's too high. So this is trumpets and horns. Yeah. So let's get that. So the upper octave is trumpets. So here's how we do this. I feel like I can finally work now. Now that we got all the stupid bugs under control. That's what I get for experimenting and trying new things. Lame. So the secret here, as with all legato patches, you gotta make sure that there's just a tiny little extension so that the legato patches actually activate. Okay, that actually sounds bad. Oh, because the ends of each of these phrases are supposed to be short. That's why it sounds weird. These need breath. Let's do eighth notes. Ba-da-da-bum, ba-dum-bum. I love this melody. Let's also get these under control with our volumes and such. So trumpets, these need to be way louder. Not even like max loud, because it's just like a little counter melody. Well, it is the main melody, but it doesn't need to be that big of a deal. Let's get mod like 90% volume here. That's close to being good. Sounds good to me. We just need more volume. Cool. Now we're back to the same problem as before. We got to get all of these under control, but thankfully this is an easy task. We just did it. We just got to do it again, which is we need to bump all the velocities up and then kill the top. I guess this is trumpets, so we got to kill the bottom note, which is not fun to do, but here we go. Thanks for your patience. It's worth it. Do you want to see my fingers playing this? It's like I'm keyboard drumming. So in slow motion, I'm going delete, right, right, delete, right, right, delete, right, right, delete. So it's like a triplet, 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 triplet. Life as a composer. There you go. And then this one's easier because I can just take the top line and delete it. So as long as there's always two notes on bottom, that's all I'm looking for. It's a whole lot easier of a task. So I can just click and drag to delete. Like that. There we are. Shibuya. Excellent. I think we did it all the way to the end. Yay! Okay. You got it, Jew. You're a good student. Oh, but where's this line? Ba ba da ba da ba 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 dum. Isn't that? I guess that's strings, huh? All right, let's go down here. Let's get this last line. See what's going on. Ooh, nice trombone line. All right, we're gonna listen to the original real quick and try to detect what instrument is that. Sounds like brass. It sounds like horns, actually. Interesting. What is that? Well, it's definitely brass of some kind. So the only thing left in my orchestration is trombones, but there's no way they can handle all of that. Or maybe they can. Maybe there's some crossover. So the main thing is making sure that these are not playing the same notes. What I'm thinking... I hope it's not true. I have a weird feeling that I may have shot myself in the foot by doing that with the trumpets and the horns. I think these are horns. I don't want to do 3-note trumpets, but that means he was writing for like a full orchestra, which is typically 6 trumpets, which means you can do 3-part harmony, 2 on each. I don't have that. I have 4 trumpets. So let me get a little crafty here. Let's see what happens. I wonder if this needs to be a horn line or a trumpets doubled line. Trumpets can play that low, right? They can. Wow, they're missing notes anyway. That's dumb. Lame. All right, so I'm gonna have to rethink all of this. Yuck. Let's see what happens when... That's totally horns, but it's also trombones. Weird. Huh. Right, let's do this. Let's get into the zone here. First things first, let's get that whole patch ready for editing, which means pan needs to be dropped back down to 0. Main volume all the way up, or mostly up. Get these velocities up. And mod wheel up. So I have 3 trombones. That would sound terrible if they all played 3 different notes. Orchestration, yeah. So, for anyone not aware of the problem here or why this happened, in the original N64, there was no trumpet 1, trumpet 2, trumpet 3, horns, 6 horns, whatever. None of that. It was just brass. Just the entire patch was brass. The entire patch was strings. The entire patch was piano, right? And so you can play whatever you want on the keyboard, as many notes as you want. And you just kind of, you get what you get. So I'm actually having to make it playable by real musicians, so I actually have to very carefully choose to make sure every human in the room is playing a note, and it doesn't sound bad as a result. So the problem is, I have 3 notes down here. Now I could, for this split second, double this with horns. It's pretty low. So I'm wondering what to do here. Golly. So there's, let me do the math and figure it out. There's 3 notes in the upper brass, 3 notes in the lower brass. So I effectively have 6-note harmony that I need to split between, let's just call it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, I do have 6. I can see what's happening now. Okay, so here's the here's the stupid solution. Dang, this is tricky, but this is the way it has to be. There are 2 notes, yeah? Cool, that one's solved. What's not solved is this, because now the horns are playing the wrong top note. So I have to very, very carefully go through here, get rid of the top note. This will actually make it way more balanced. Thankfully, I have mad typing skills, apparently. Okay. Now, I need to extract. This is going to be a little bit more tricky. I need to extract the top notes only, so I'm not going to do anything until I select them. So I'm holding down Control on my keyboard while I drag to only select the top notes, and then that will be added to the horn part, and then we will actually have 6-part harmony, which this is the only way I can do it inside my ensemble size. And it will feel very balanced because it'll be 2 notes in the trumpets, 2 notes in the horns, 2 notes in the trombones. Crap, I have 3 trombones. Okay, well, I'm not going to worry about that right now. Let me just do my first solution. Okay, there. So now you can visually see it. 2 notes, 2 notes, 2 notes. Here's what it sounds like. That's balanced. There's my 6 notes. That's so cool. Okay, but we have a problem. The horns were crapping out. Let me test them out real quick. Dang it. Oh, guys, this is bad. All right. About to do the unthinkable. All right. He's fine. Trombones are fine. The only one that's not fine is the horn. So maybe just this phrase. It's already being played, right? Sorry, guys. I'm like having a mental breakdown right now. Yeah, okay. It's already covered by the trumpets. Whew, good. This is tricky. Okay. Maybe we can drop the octave at the end. Okay, now what happens here? Sounds good. All right, I think I solved it. Oh my goodness, that is so complicated. So, makes me wonder if we should double woodwinds in this or just keep it. Let's test it out. Sounds tricky. I haven't even done tuba. Let's get some tuba in here. Tuba should just double what the double bass is doing, honestly. So let's pop it in. It'll blend well. But I gotta put it up an octave. Yeah. It's gonna be one heck of a brass session. Check it out. Here's all the brass. Fun brass writing. Interesting. Wow. Then, with the double basses and cellos and timpani, that should all work, right? Sounds amazing. So I feel like maybe this should be doubled with a woodwind because it's not being represented anywhere else. Maybe like right here. Yeah, I like that. What about an octave higher? Maybe double it with piccolo? Might be kind of cool. I don't know. You know what would be cool is to double this with some xylophone. Trumpet part specifically, I think would go really well down here in the xylophone. Yeah. I wonder if the whole thing, all the trumpets should have xylophone doubling. It could work. Yeah. Let's see, what is this? F minor, which is D flat major. No, A flat major. Thanks so much, nah. So this is the harp library that I recorded. So let's record an A flat major arpeggio. No, is that no, a scale? A glissando, sorry. And if we speed it up, it'll turn into an F minor. So, maybe my bounce in place is working now that I've restarted this session. It should. Yeah, now it works. Like, what was going on? The 60 FPS video threw all of my functions off. Like, it just went haywire. It's crazy. I've never seen that before. But okay. So here's what I like to do with Gliss. I tried this last time. This is pretty cool. If you take, this is a Cubase thing, but you can do this, a new window thing. You can do this in Pro Tools. I'm sure you can do it in most DAWs, but it's so easy here. You just click your selection tool. If you click and hold it, you can change it to sizing applies time stretch. And then I just take this and I bring it down. That way it now speeds it up, and now I have myself a nice fast gliss. Like that. Let's do a little fade out. Let's actually take that. I want to start right there, but basically line it up to where right on the beat, I can visually see it, right on the beat, I can, you know, fade it in, make it line up perfectly. Kind of like that. That's nice. It's not, it's actually too fast. I mean, too slow. Let's actually increase the speed a little bit. Also really quiet, so let's turn the volume up by like 5. So good. Yeah, and with the choir rise. Oh wait, should this be with the choir? Probably. Okay. I can play that. Oh, see, now I'm thinking with all those rises, like maybe just move this over here. Yeah, that makes more sense because of the crash cymbal. There it is. A little creepier, actually. Did all the tritones? Oh no. Why did we stop? Why did we stop? Don't stop. See, that was actually just an autosave. I think... What's happening? Cue the violin. This session's cursed. Are you kidding me? I was just raving about how wonderful and not crashy it was. No idea what's going on, guys. I might have to create a new session and import all the data to prevent this from happening again. But I'm not doing that now. Oh, kidding me. Bless him. Bless him, Lord. Bless him. Well. Hey, welcome back, guys. I don't know what's going on with my session today, but it has crashed 3 times, driving me mad. But we're just gonna keep plowing through, and maybe I can fix it afterwards. My harp did not save, so let me do that one more time. Shrink it down a little bit, move it over. Still a little too slow. Something like that with a little fade out. Sounds good. Cool. Save. Jeez. Sounds good, man. Have them test it out. It feels almost done. Just gotta mix a little bit. Oh, I know what we're missing. We're missing some bells. So let's go over here. Make sure that my volume's all the way up for that patch. Main volume up. Boom. I quit. I'm done. I'm done being a composer as of this moment. Mark my words. I can't. The stress level. It's this session. Okay, well, I'm going to do something ridiculous and import all of my data into a new session. In the past, that has saved me from all of these glitches. So I will do that and be back. Slightly less angry, I hope. All right, friends. So here's what's going on. I'm pretty sure whatever happened, that session is corrupt. For those of you who have been using DAWs for a long time, you'll learn that every once in a while, if you keep using the same session as your template and keep duplicating it and duplicating it and duplicating it a million times over, eventually at some point there's something in there that gets corrupt. This session that I'm using, I've probably used it for over 100 projects in various capacities because it houses all my favorite orchestral instruments and things. So it is what it is. There's just something in there buggy. So every once in a while, if something like that happens, the solution is to open up a blank session of your DAW. And I actually have a template that already has all of my reverbs. I mean, you can see it right here. I've already done a video about this if you want to see it on YouTube. But it has all my reverbs over here, my auxes, and then it has a sketch piano, and it has my stereo out, my 3 favorite plugins there. So all that's happening right now is I just did an import data from the session I was just working on, the Star Fox one, and it has everything in it, all the tracks. And this is also the reason, I'll show you on my screen right here. This is also the reason that I think it's really important to have backups. And I only just started doing it because I started to realize, there's no, I didn't have, like, I have like 10 tracks in that first session. And then I started to realize, I should probably create multiple versions. Because when I work on game soundtracks, I tend to, get up to like 100 versions. Every time I do something significant, I like to save a new version of the file. That way, it just makes sure that nothing wonky happens, or if something wonky happens, that I can like import one track or whatever. It just kind of keeps me covered. If I ever have to go back to change something and all of a sudden it's not working in the new session, or like the mix change, something, right? It's just a way to kind of foolproof. Now, this is going to take a few minutes because that first session was just humongous. But I selected everything. I just said import everything. So it literally should be a duplication of that file with all my markers, tempos, video files, everything should import perfectly. And then hopefully we'll get rid of whatever the corrupt nonsense was in there. It shouldn't be a plugin. It shouldn't be anything weird like that. Anyway, since we're just hanging out, ask me anything. Maybe not anything, but what's your favorite color? I mean, maybe this is a good opportunity just to take a second to invite you guys right now. Video Game Music Alliance. There's a link right there. VideoGameMusicAlliance.com. We're open right now for 24 more hours. Come join us. Or don't join us. Or just come hang out for 3 days because it's a free trial. You're not charged for 3 days, so you can leave. Come eat at the buffet of knowledge. That sounds so stupid and pretentious. The buffet of knowledge. Come learn some things and then get out of there before you got to pay anything. I've done it. You've done it. We've all done the Netflix subscription thing where you go, you binge a show, and then you quit, and then you come back, and I mean, it's fine. But VGMA is designed for people who want to you want to level up in your career as a game composer. It's for people who want to take it a little bit more seriously. You're not just learning how to write game music. You're actually learning the foundational principles of music composition, production, technology, and business. And we try to keep it well-rounded so that you're always learning in all 4 of those camps. What that does, yay, my session. What that does is it allows you to always be growing in those 4 areas, and not just the composition and not just the business. Like, it's meant to be well-rounded. And this is why we have our master classes with pros. The top pros, I should specifically say. This is why we have our Q&A sessions to hold each other accountable. It's why we have all of our courses and all of those things, homework assignments. It just kind of keeps everyone accountable and stuff. All right, I'm actually just looking at my session now. Make sure things feel good, look good. Huh. All right, so far so good. Nothing's broken. I like this. We're going to remove those. I'm kind of scared what's going to happen when I hit play. But what's going to happen when I hit play? All right, signature. Yeah, okay, delete. This is just the admin stuff I have to do. Delete. I think it's gonna work, guys. There's no way to know until we know. Now you know. No. Let's do a little test of an old track. There is a 100% chance that this is gonna work. Or not work. It's actually 100% either way. Okay. I'm liking where this is going. Let's pick on Fortuna. Oh, I haven't done that one yet. Not fair. Let's pick one I have done. Boss battle. Oh, wait. You can't hear that, so my dramatic gestures are doing nothing. 1 second. There's still 4 tracks I have to hide. There we go. Be gone from my session, you hide. Or delete. Delete. Delete sounds good. That's usually the best option. Just kill it. Kill it dead. Alright. This is my internal monologue to myself. Uh-oh. Bad things just happened. Oh, that's what happens when you delete the groups. Who knew? I know you can't hear. I can't hear. When in doubt, delete. That's a terrible, terrible idea. Okay, there we go. There was a purpose behind all of my aux channels. I just deleted all these thinking, oh, you know, why not? Well, I can tell you exactly why not. Because then you won't have any sound, bro. Hide. All right, here we go. Yay! I think we have a session that works. Yay! Hex to the yeah. Ooh, that sounds like extra good. Whatever I did. Yeah, it's like clean and crisp. Because my reverberation half disappeared. It sounds really good. So let's clean it up, yeah? Oh look, it's still there. It was just hiding. Maybe it wasn't there. Maybe I'm just lying profusely to make myself feel better. This is absolutely not where we left off, but I'm just doing a test. That's one I've already finished, but now the mix is all screwed up. That's okay.